Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. And I don't know if you got to do chores or to do uh, some fun activities, or maybe got to go out to eat. But here we are on a Monday. So today I want to discuss about the protesting for Scientology, and more importantly, a very sensitive subject. There is a warning in the description. So we're going to be talking about very sensitive matter. Even though it's in the description, I'm just going to say it again verbally. Okay. This video that we're doing this live right now is highly sensitive topics. So if you feel that you need to step away, I just wanted to let you know. All right, so with the Scientology protesting all over the world that's going on, we do remember the La Poubelle. Okay, so La Poubelle over there in Hollywood, California, was protested for quite some time. The owner of La Poubelle, Francois Costa, she was a longtime friend and supporter of Danny Masterson. So much so that when he went to court, she was there with him every single day. And then on top of that, she had wrote a character witness statement for him even after he was convicted. Now, she is not the only one, but I'm staying on topic. Okay. So again, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. All right. So, unfortunately, the first time that Danny Masterson went to court over the sexual assault and rape victims, he did not get prosecuted, which was a letdown for the women that were the victims. But unfortunately, in Hollywood or anywhere else in life, it's not just the superstars or the famous people that do this and get away with it. It's civilians as well, the so-called little people. But when it comes to this kind of thing, it doesn't matter who you are, where you are. There are no excuses whatsoever. Any person that knows about this and allows it and doesn't speak up or doesn't take accountability should be put in jail or prison or whatever. Okay. I'm a little upset, so I'm trying to express myself without swearing. And anyway, so the whole time at La Poubelle, the protesting, right? Take accountability. Rape is not okay, right? Anybody that was going in there, we saw it live. The customers going in, whether it was their first time or for the millionth time, don't support rape, don't support a rape shop, don't support a rape shop. They were trying to alert the customers, even if they've been there a million times, the money that you're spending there is saying that it was okay for the owner of La Poubelle to condone this behavior and support the one that did it. That is the message that I've always heard. That's the message I got. And it's a very powerful message. I mean, think about it. You know, Hollywood, everybody knows everything, right? It's the land of stars. People have a bad life. They move to California because they want to become famous. So that place, I believe, has been there. La Poubelle's been there for like 60 years, right? But everything's okay. I mean, the protesters even said to her, if you come out and say you were wrong for supporting him, even though This time around, he was found guilty, rightfully so. It should have been done a long time ago. It's horrible that it wasn't. And the victims have to relive this over and over and over again, anywhere in life, right? They shouldn't have to. The proof is there, the evidence is there. I don't care how much money you have in the world. You did the crime, you do the time. That's it. Point blank. I'm so mad right now. Okay. So getting back to it, the protesters and their messages. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that appreciated it. But there's something that is more than Danny Masterson and the unfortunate Jane Does that suffered through it, and the many other victims that are out there or did not come forward. La Poubelle isn't the only establishment that had this happen. There was another place in California, in LA, called the Rainbow Room. And the Rainbow Room is a place where it's a bar and they have bands. People hang out, they party, they meet up, they hook up, and possibly make connections. So why am I bringing this up? Well, to all those that love and know DOA and LARA, we got to see them have a fantastic time. They were out. The day that DOA Scotty got out of court, he had a wonderful group of supporters out there for him. And I believe there was a lady named Erica out there. I've seen her before in protesting. Nice. She seems very, very nice. So I heard her on a live invite them to the Rainbow Room. Well, I myself had never heard of it, but I was like, oh, that's cool. So I was enjoying the live, watching them hanging out, having fun, whatever, whooping it up. And all was good, right? So then I turned, the next time I looked on YouTube, I refreshed and I see this troll that DOA has spoken of. Now, DOA has a lot of haters and a lot of supporters from his prior protests. And anybody that knows of has heard DOA talk about Dadant. I don't know these people. I wasn't in that movement or protest or anything. I wasn't a streamer. I wasn't a follower. I wasn't even on YouTube. But when you see something, it's worth checking it out. You don't always want to believe rumors, right? You don't believe rumors because that's exactly what they are. So let me go ahead and share this real quick. Okay, let me pull this up here. This time I tried to be more ready. Okay. And I'll make sure my volume's up. Okay.
Call these protesters or like streamers or whatever, everybody was saying, yeah, the squirrel squad. And the truth is that there's a very technical term in the belief, the brainwashing of Scientology, that is if you are not doing anything other than L. Ron Hubbard's technology, then you are squirreling the tech. The technology, you are squirreling it like you're a squirrel just screwing shit up. So yeah, I guess we're all those squirrels screwing shit up. So anyway,
I never screw anything up.
I'm just gonna move on with my work. But they're fucking awesome, so I can't wait to see what's about to happen here. Scott, do you need like 20 minutes? He's being dramatic. He could just throw his hair over. His chat knows it very well. But sometimes you guys encourage him in naughty ways.
Well, Jack gets naughty sometimes, too.
I purposely didn't put on a lot of makeup. I just looked really cool. I put on this cool long outfit. I got a long skirt with a long jacket. All right, yeah. So that's all.
Okay, so that was that, right? So I'm thinking to myself, well, that's just trolling or, stirring the pot. Obviously, it's been said again many times. DOA said Dead Ant is, one of his trolls account too. So I'm thinking, all right. So instead of passing any kind of thoughts or judgment or whatever, I decided to see what this is all about. I did not go to this person, Dead Ant, because again, I don't know them. I've just heard of them and they don't know me. So I was like, all right, let me go check it out. Google's our friend or whatever. And I wanted to make sure that I went to a resource that was, for the most part, credible, right? Because I don't want to just look at anybody's information and take it for its word. So let's go ahead here. All right. So let me blow up the screen. If somebody in chat could please tell me when I have the screen like this, if it's clear, if they can see everything pretty good. Okay. Thank you. All right, so let me pull it up again here. Wait, let me go to the other one. I'm sorry, guys. Let's see here. Okay, so what this is here is the LA Times. Now, when it comes to stories like that have been out about the protesters and whatnot, the news people get it. They don't always tell the exact thing. They edit it. They, reword it for convenience or whatnot. We all know how the news can be. But anyway, I digress. So the Los Angeles Times, as you see here, right? California Sunset Strip's Rainbow Bar let Ron Jeremy assault women in its bathroom. Lawsuit alleges. Okay, alleges. So if I go down a little bit here, let's read here. Former adult film performer Ron Jeremy, shown in court in a file photo, was known to drug and sexually assault women in a bathroom at the Rainbow Bar and Grill on Sunset Strip, according to a lawsuit filed by two unidentified women. David McNew, Associated Press. Okay. Now, as you can all see, this is a very recent article. If you go back and look, if you go back and look, you can see this has been going on for a while. Okay. So this isn't something, even if it was, you know what? Who cares? I'm just speaking as far as this article, but it shouldn't matter. So with that being said, doesn't that sound familiar though? Right? Danny Masterson, the first time he went to court with the Jane Does, and he got away with it. And it took all these years later for a second trial to come up, and he finally got convicted. Again, There was plenty of proof, plenty of evidence. These poor victims should not have to had wait that long. Okay, moving on. Two women have filed suit against the Rainbow Bar and Grill, claiming the famed West Hollywood watering hole routinely allowed porn actor Ron Jeremy to drug and sexually assault women in a private bathroom. Very similar to La Poubelle, right? Very similar. Almost exact, if you would. The women, both anonymous in the lawsuit, said they were forcibly touched by Jeremy in the middle of the bar on March 17th, 2017. Not that long ago, folks, right? Not that long ago. Even though the bar was already aware of similar conducts in the past by Jeremy. Jeremy, 70 years old, whose legal name is Ronald Hyatt, was found incompetent to stand trial due to severe dementia, in parentheses, severe dementia, this year after he was indicted on more than 30 counts. You see that? 30 counts of sexual assault stemming from allegations from 20 women. His alleged misconduct dated back to the 1990s. Now, the article is in the description, so you could read further. But all this here is, again, almost identical to the same shit that happens at La Poubelle and Danny Masterson and the victims. I mean, really. There is no excuse. There is no excuse. So think about it. Freedom of religion, right? For the bullshit Scientology. Freedom of religion. Rape, sexual assaults, all these disgusting, unexcusable, horrific, violent, illegal acts are not excusable for anyone. Anyone. And this isn't just about Scientology and the protesters. This is for all the men and women in the world that had this happen to them. Like I said in my live the other day, I want to be the voice for those that didn't have one or couldn't. How can anybody, especially, be protesting a place that supports rape and allowed it to happen by them not coming forward and having the guts that moment? As soon as the owner found out about this stuff, he or she, any person should go to law enforcement immediately and tell them as much as you know, and be honest, be truthful. Say, listen, this is what I heard, this is what I know, this is what I don't know. But give, even if you think it's the most minute thing, and end right there and just say, listen, I want to tell you everything, and then you give them all that. If people want to be discussing and make rumors about it and joke about it, well, they unfortunately, in this world, people will do that, but that just shows their character, right? But to those that need to help and speak out and speak up and do the right thing, then the law enforcement can do their job and let the law do it. Get the prosecutors involved, get an attorney involved. They are the professionals with the law. And if you don't get your question answered, then you keep hounding them. Don't let them people come over there and just railroad you and say, oh, we'll get to that later, or pretend like they didn't hear it, or don't. You stop them right there and say, no, I asked you a question. I need to know. If somebody asks you the simplest thing, like, hey, did that Tide detergent really do its job? Did it really do the trick? Right? Stupid stuff, right? And they say, yes, it did. And they leave it alone. Well, that's not really answering the question. You would say, well, it got out the grass stains, but it didn't get out the coffee or wine stain, so it worked. That's more of an answer. It's more solid, right? So, it's you can't let that I can't let this go. So, you know, like I said, to those that saw the video, right? Um Again, I thought it was a troll being a troll, but it wasn't, because what they said, in fact, was right. And if you live in LA, in Hollywood, specifically, only because, again, everybody's a star, and that article and so much more, it was in the news, it was in the press, it was in the drama, it was in everything. That like, and when I say drama, I mean like maybe like those like little gossip articles or stuff like that. I mean, it's you just never can tell. So I wanted to look at it for myself, and I did. So when I saw that dead ant video, I had already seen the video of DOA and LARA that had been invited to the Rainbow Room. And I thought to myself, what the hell?
You guys enjoying this? We got a few more. I think. We got a few more.
Lewis, you're the best. You've been there for everybody. You literally.
And this wasn't edited, because that's another thing. I don't know how all this works, right? But people say, oh, well, that wasn't me, or it was edited, or whatever. And it wasn't.
They know everything.
They do find them. They do find them. They do find, like, you guys, honestly, for real, because I'm part of the chat. Before I got to know the spot at all, before I even met you, it was everybody, like, people just called it squirrel squad and Scientology was like the squirrel squad, and people didn't even understand, like, why did Scientology call these protesters or like streamers or whatever everybody was saying we are the squirrel squad. And the truth is that there's a very technical term in the belief, the brainwashing of Scientology, that is, if you are not doing anything other than L100 technology, then you are squirreling the technology. You are squirreling it, like you're a little squirrel just screwing shit up. So yeah, I guess we're all little squirrels screwing shit up. So anyway,
I never screw anything up.
I'm just gonna move on with my work. Guys, were they able to see any of the last band?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's enough. But I purposely started from the beginning, and then moved up to try to find the spot to show again. This is not edited by me, because I am not that good. And it wasn't edited by this dead ant guy. So I wanted to move it up to that area to show that it was exactly the same. And this wasn't a troll. This person Dadant might be a big troll, but I'm starting to wonder if, just like anything else in life, if people in some of these movements that intertwined, crossed over, if you will, from, J6 and all the stuff that we've heard DOA talk about to now, maybe a lot of people are telling the truth and a lot of people are telling the lie. And then all those people combine, it's 50-50. But this is no lie. So with the last video I just shared with you guys, these two people, one an ex-Scientologist, one a never in Scientology, protesting the shit out of La Poubelle, rightfully so, saying don't support rape, don't support rape. The time, the money, the posters, everything's in there, right? Drawing crowds, letting people know, daytime, nighttime, trying to even get Francois Coster to say, listen, if you come out here and you tell all of us that you were wrong, you admit what you did was wrong, and you apologize to everybody, then we'll leave. I know I wasn't the only one that heard that. But then to go to a place that is known to have had rape and sexual assault in their establishment, allegedly, with 2 Jane Does getting touched in the, excuse me, hold on a second. Getting touched in the bar, in the bathroom, from a known, a known porn guy. I mean, back in the day, Ron Jeremy was all over the place. He was in the news. He did interviews. He was always trying to be that cool, charismatic dude. Some people are like, how is this ugly dude getting all these hot chicks, right? Money does crazy things. Money can buy freedom. Money can buy lies. Money can buy truth. Maybe that's why there's a saying, money is the root of all evil. But then to go and spend your money at a place that allowed rape and sexual assault and party at, there's no excuse. Let me stop right there. Okay. To those that are just joining, welcome. Thank you. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Chris 10M. I agree. I never want to support anywhere a predator can go to victimize anyone. Unfortunate thing is I'm so sorry, I'm stumbling. I apologize, Chris. Unfortunate thing is I don't look up everywhere I go. It is a sad state of affairs that these places even exist. That's right. And Chris, I myself can agree with your comment in the regards that I myself don't look up every place that I go to. However, this place did not have to be looked up. It was blasted all over the place. I just wanted to find the most recent and credible newspaper or news to show you guys that this hasn't gone away. Again, this is like Danny Masterson. Scientology thought they could make it go away. It should have stuck the first time. It didn't. Thank God this time it did. Thank God he's in prison. So Chris 10M says, I saw the video. It shocked me up. Right. Chris 10M. I live in the Midwest and I had no idea about the Rainbow Room. Wish I paid more attention to establishment I visit. I need to start paying more attention. I agree with you 100%. Thank you. You know, I'll say it a million times over. This is not a mistake. A mistake is when you dial the wrong number or you butt dial somebody, right? That's a mistake. If somebody says, oh crap, I thought I was supposed to meet you in 20 minutes when it was supposed to be, 10 minutes. That's a simple mistake. When it comes to this topic, it's no mistake at all. And I specifically put this video highly sensitive with they allow you to put a strict 18 and up. There's a higher restriction that I put on it for the sole purposes of this. This is not in any way for anybody that is a minor. And it's a sad topic for all that have suffered and went through this. Let me be your voice. Let me help you if I can. I am not good at everything I do. I will do my best. And that's all I can do. If I hadn't looked up about the Rainbow Room after that, like I said, I saw LARA and DOA having fun. Everybody deserves to have fun. There's nothing wrong with that. But when we're talking about stuff like this with the protesters and the rape and the sexual assault and all this, then it does come into play. So I saw their video. They were having fun. I see the Dead Ant video, and I'm like, I watched it. Not going to lie. But again, DOA said it's a troll. So then I went and looked up the Rainbow Room, and boom. So this is no mistake. This is no he said, she said. If I could be your voice, sorry, my notification went off for somebody. I'm not here to be a referee for drama and shit and lies and like that. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to be the sucker for people that think, oh, we can pull one over on her. No, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to do my video, my channel, my thing, whatever that may be. It might be a topic on magnet fishing. It might be, how many dirty words can you say in like 60 seconds? I don't know. It just whatever I feel like it, right? And that's the beauty of having my way to express myself. Again, guys, rape and sexual assault, you guys have said it a million times. It's not okay. It's not okay. Just for shits and giggles, right? Let's try this again. Let me scroll down. I know I said the article is in the description, right? But let's take another look. What I did not do is double check to see anything more. But again, I did say when I was reading this, 30 counts, right? But his alleged misconduct dated back to the 1990s. To the 1990s. So here we have down here, right? So 5 of the 30 alleged sexual assaults took place at the Rainbow Bar, according to transcripts from the grand jury, the lawsuit said. California, former porn star Ron Jeremy to be declared incompetent to stand trial for rape, That was only January 6th of 2023. You hear that, people? January 6th, 2023. The verdict might be new news, but the victimizing isn't. And just like Danny Masterson, these are only the people that we know about that have come forward, whether they're Jane Does or whether they choose to disclose their name to the public. I mean, I'm pretty sure that they don't want to have their names exposed for further harassment or whatnot, or for whatever they're feeling, but they don't have to. They don't have to. Any victim that you are of that kind of situation, you don't owe anybody a goddamn thing but yourself. You owe yourself, nobody else. And that just doesn't go for women, it goes for men too that have gone through this. See this here? California, women break silence, tell stories of rape, groping by Ron Jeremy over 2 decades. August 5, 2020. People automatically assume that it's just women, and it's not. It's men, it's women, and it's children. I'm waiting for the day that all this sick shit just stops 100%. 100%. I'm hoping I didn't leave out anything. You know, again, do not say, you know, when people use excuses, I just leave it at that. When people use excuses, there are no excuses. This was all over the news. I mean, look at this comment right here, right? Chris 10M. I live in the Midwest and I had no idea about the Rainbow Room, right? I wish I paid more attention. And it's just to be fair for Chris 10, right? You're all the way in the Midwest. So, I mean, I personally wouldn't expect you to know that, right? But you best believe everybody in LA and Hollywood and California knew about it. It's not, you know, I mean, the not so funny jokes about, oh, I'll make you a star, and then here's the casting couch, said the spider to the fly. Come closer, right? Anyway. So does anybody have any questions or comments that I can share or address at this time? Okay. All right. So folks, I'm going to leave it at that. I am not about trying to mimic anybody in any way, shape, or form. But one of the other content creators, who is an ex-Scientologist, always says, if you see something, say something. So anybody that's out there listening now, or if you're on the replay team or replay crew, thank you for watching there. Please make sure you comment. But if you see something, say something, no matter what it is. Because here's the thing, it's not per se to judge, it's not judgment, but your words can possibly help somebody. You just never know. Chris 10, 2 different bars in LA, Rainbow Room and Rainbow Bar and Grill, where the horrors happen. Are they separate? I believe they're 2 different places. That is a very good comment. I don't know. Now, the general thing is, to be pretty blunt, I don't know. And I also don't care because it's the fact of the matter. The rainbow, I hear your point, right? And I'm not trying to disregard it. But what I'm saying is whether they're affiliated or not, it shouldn't matter. If I saw the rainbow room, right? And the rainbow bar and grill, two different places, but I knew that it had happened, then I wouldn't go to either one of them. 1 second, please. Okay, so I just looked into it. Uh, it's not different because again, I didn't want to shrug your comment. However, I'm getting I'm getting alerts from others. I also subscribe to a lot of people, so I'm getting notifications, guys. So whether they're two places that are different or not, they're not. They're not. It's the same place. But again, for me personally, there's no way in hell. Because a lot of businesses, right, just like Scientology, right, they have so many places that are undercover, if you will, like dentist office, doctor's office, chiropractor's office, you know, you just never know. But from what ex-Scientologists have said that are speaking out, they definitely that's like their thing. That's their the professionals. A lot of the Scientologists you'll find there, and next thing you know, the money that you're giving them for a service is going right back into Scientology. And Chris 10 says, "Thank you for checking. You are more than welcome." I had help, not gonna lie. I was when I said hold on a second, I went back into the article and double checked, but somebody was gracious enough to comment saying that it's not different, it's the same exact place. So, okay. Let's see here. Will's Hoodie Pocket, thanks for joining. I live in California and never heard of this. Just Googled it and nothing came up. Okay, well, Will's Hoodie Pocket, maybe you just didn't look in the right place, but it is all over. Here you go. I will be as happy as to provide it for you right here. And any related stories that come up, you're more than welcome to go in there and look at it. All you have to do is just look a little further. One article is not going to give you a place. And Will's Hoodie Pocket again. Any place you go has hidden horrors, so how fair is it? How fair is that for you to say? Walmart has history of racism, but do you still go to Walmart? Well, let me tell you something. I'm not going off track at all in any way, shape, or form. I'm sticking to the facts. I'm sticking to the topic. And you know what? Nowadays, you can't be safe anywhere, right? But this was a big thing. So I don't know how old you are, and that's none of my business. But if you saw in the article, it wasn't even a year ago or 2 years ago, right? Because here's the article, people. I read it, and I specifically started from the top. This was August 29th, 2023. It's not even a year. We're still in July. So I'm not going off topic on that. Sorry. Won't do it. It's no excuse. I mean, even the protesters of Scientology, whether they're not from California or live in California, they even made the news, right? When Danny and LA Cam, right? When they were there and got interviewed, they're younger people. They are from California. Well, they live in California, right? Or at least have been there a while. They were protesters. They were done wrong. They got the law, the law was involved. They were treated poorly, and even that made news. Didn't I make a comment earlier in this live, or did I not? That it happens all over, and the only time we really hear about things are celebrities. We rarely hear it about the uh, non-celebrities, the civilians. I said that earlier. The only reason why we hear it more is because about the famous people is exactly that, because they're famous. Because the media picks and chooses who makes the papers and who doesn't. I don't care. I don't care. You're not going to get me off topic. You're not going to troll me. You're not going to have me go there. I know exactly what you're doing. I know what I said. I said the media does what they want. So let's play devil's advocate, right? Let's play devil's advocate. Did the news and everybody get it wrong and lie about the Jane Doe victims of Danny Masterson? Did they get that wrong? I don't think so. They dropped the ball the first time that it all went to court. And these poor victims had to wait all these years, and God knows how many more are out there. The news sometimes puts out there edited things. But you know what? It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Because if there's a monster out there that you're protesting, and it's not a rumor, with this type of thing of rape and sexual assault, and the person that did it gets put away in prison finally, that is a big justice. And Ron Jeremy did the same shitty thing. So let me ask you this. So who is guilty and who is not? Is Ron Jeremy guilty? Is Danny Masterson guilty? Or are they just victims of the system and the press? Well, that's you. I would strongly suggest that you look into it then. Will's Hoodie Pocket, I strongly suggest then you look into it. All right? Go look for yourself. Go look for yourself. I'm not going down this road because it's I'm not a fool. I know what's going on here. Then if you didn't know about Danny Masterson, okay, let me pull this comment up just for shits and giggles, right? So Will's Hoodie Pocket says, I didn't hear anything about Danny Masterson until I started watching Protesters, right? Now, if you have not known about Danny Masterson until you started watching the Protesters, then there's your answer. If you've been watching that whole time, then there's your answer. And if you're just doing it to try to, make me stumble, you're not. I've said it all throughout the video. So how about this, Will's Hoodie Pocket? Feel free to rewind and take a little listen to what I've already said. Okay? Because I've already covered that. All right. So again, it's just a sad thing that is happening to victims all over the world. Old, young, men, women, children, churches, bars, whatever, but the topic is today. The topic is now. Don't support a rape ever or anywhere that does. Point made, point done. Have a great day. Thanks for being here.